The assumption was that of all the people in the world who would qualify for EB1 would be 2% of anybody in the world. Homeland Security is approving 80% of the applications they're getting. And so we have a disconnect between the 2% and the 8%. The people who don't like this program say, hey, look, you guys are too soft. These aren't really EB1s, okay? Well, I don't know how you can make it any tougher. You got to answer, you got to fit 8 of the 10 questions or something, or 6 out of the 10. The credentials that you have to have written, printed, invented, or done a whole lot of things. And the people prove that they have. The bite against immigration now is that they're too soft. They should be denying more. And you're seeing an increase in denials now. They used to accept as evidence copies of documents and stuff. Now they want originals, okay? And so you can't just copy something, put some changes in it. They want originals with no changes in them. Now, where that's going to end up, I don't know. But I know denials, it's going to get harder to get EB1s. It was the same way with the L1s. L1s were never used. Then all of a sudden people found out about L1s. Intra-company transfers were, and the approval rate was too high. And now they're getting tougher on L1s. They should be getting easier. We need people. But in my opinion, most of this stems from the misunderstanding of what immigration is. People are mad about migration, and they call it immigration. And see, this is an immigration problem. Even fentanyl coming across the border is seen as an immigration problem. It's a crime, pure and simple. White slavery is called immigration because it comes across the border. It's not immigration. It's a criminal act. It has nothing to do with immigration. But this is part of the evolution of all programs. They change over time. As the leadership changes, if in the next 2 months we get a new president, and on January 20th of 2025, the new president will be signed into office. If it's a Republican, immigration is going to get much harder. If it's a Democrat, it's probably going to get a lot easier. Well, maybe not easier, but it's going to be more well-balanced. I mean, it's never easy. We don't do it to make it easy. So that was the point I was trying to make about EB1s. EB2s also are taking a closer look at them. The real ones will still make it. The ones that won't make it are those that have a soft, questionable application process. And what they're going to get is a notice for evidence or an intent to deny. And these are the reasons why we're intending to deny. So, and the government is good about telling you why they're going to do something. They say, here's what the law says. Here's what you sent us. You fell short in these areas, and here's why you fell short. And here's what the law requires you to say. Give us some answers. And then when you send those answers in, then they say, okay, look, you answered all the questions, you're approved. But if you didn't, they say denied. And now they do it this way because you might appeal. And if you appeal, it's going to go to a different court. It's going to go out of Homeland Security, and they will have to defend their denial. And they can say, look, we told him the law. We told him where he was short. We gave him an opportunity to fill in the blanks. Here's his answers. He didn't fill them in. We denied it. When you appeal, that's all you can appeal is what's already written. You can't add anything new. And the government feels very proud when we deny something. You can appeal it all you want. It's not going to get overturned. If it does get overturned, it's because Homeland Security made a mistake in law, okay? And then it becomes a precedent case. And they send it out to all the offices and saying, okay, we made a mistake, guys. From now on, this is the way it's going to be done. And so you only get through appeal one time. After that, the problem is fixed from the immigration side of the house. So that's that. We worked very hard when people used to appeal everything, and because we weren't doing a good job. And finally, we had some consultants come in and say, oh, you guys are not good at what you do. And they trained our officers. We sent them to special classes, and they're very good at what they do. But outside of what they do, it's a whole new ballgame. And the guys that are winning appeals are working in the new area. As time changes, as conditions change, there's new opportunities for winning an appeal. So that's where those things stand.